So they just arrested the final suspect in Foolio's murder.
Right.
He was on the run for 6 months. And there's a photo that we'll show right now. He's actually like smiling.
Yeah.
You know, after they cuff him up. I guess, I don't know. He wants to act tough at his last
Yeah,
moments
that's
of
his
freedom.
final hoorah before it's honey buns and noodles for fucking ever. That's his final. He's a dumb motherfucker because he was going on one of those like little chat things online, talking shit, saying I'm gonna pull up, I'm gonna do this, and the whole time he was in Jacksonville. Like he never
Really?
left. He was in Jacksonville. So it's like, I would have thought you would have went to like out the country or something, like away. But nah, he stayed in Jacksonville. And they got him, and you know, he was on the chat thing talking about, oh, I'm right over here right now. Pull up, I'll do this, I'll do that. I don't know, bro. He seems like one of them dumb motherfuckers that just like need to be where they're going.
Right. You're talking about 27-year-old Davion Murphy.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the final suspect in the murder. How many total people are there?
5. The Foolio 5.
The Foolio 5. The fact that someone would call 4 other people to kill a high-profile person like Foolio and think that they're going to get away with it.
And then y'all got a pregnant bitch. Like, yeah, that was a fucking great idea. Bring her
'Cause
along.
she's completely cooperating from what I understand.
Nah, that's what I assumed would happen. Like, that's usually what's gonna happen.
Right. She's going to have her baby in jail.
Mm-hmm.
That baby will be taken away from her, and she'll have to serve the rest of her time. And she's going to do her very best to snitch as hard as possible to minimize her time in that jail so she can get with her newborn baby, which
And
might not be
I'm gonna be honest too. Like, she's most likely still gonna get time. They're gonna send her to low CI, and low CI is a fucked up spot. Like, you got bitches getting bucked in there, so it's like you're like a famous rat. You know what I mean? But they more so be going after the girls that be killing their own kids and like crazy shit like that. But low CI, the Florida Department of Corrections doesn't fuck off. It's very much like it's war. You know what I mean? You got COs killing people, inmates killing people. So what they have to look forward to isn't anything nice. And then obviously if any of them get death, that's a whole nother different story.
I mean, yeah. What the prosecutors will say is that this group of people had 3 hours to change their mind. They drove for 3 hours to get Foolio, and at any point, one or all of them could have said, you know something, this is a bad idea. Just, you know, pull over, let me out.
Right.
I'm not going along with this. And if y'all want to do it, that's cool. You know, like what was it, Boys in the Hood? You know, where he was like, you know, he told Ice Cube to let him out the car, and you know, Cuba Gooding Jr. jumped out and said, "Nah, I'm not built for this."
Right.
And that person would be free right now.
Yeah, and then Davion's dumbass texted his thirst has been quenched. And let's go pop a bottle of Don Julio when we get back to Jacksonville. So it's like, I don't know, bro. If you're looking at candidates to fry, like that would be the fucking one, right? Like if you wanted to, okay, we have a death penalty. Who deserves it? Like that. I don't know. I would think it would be them.
The fact that he stayed in Jacksonville is insane. Because I remember I interviewed Chi Ali. He was, you know, he was a rapper in the, you know, early 90s. He was a kid rapper. And he got into it with his baby mother's brother. And it was over some money he owed or whatever. They got into an argument. The dude told him to suck his dick. He pulled out a gun and killed him.
Yeah, he killed him. I seen that.
Yeah. And then, you know, but he was like, okay, I just caught a body. I got to get the hell up out of here. So he went down south, grew his beard out, grew his hair out, you know, try to make himself look as, you know, inconspicuous as possible, or just different from how he usually looked. And he would essentially just rob drug dealers for money to just maintain himself. You know, he would go set up a drug deal, rob the dude, take his money, go move somewhere else, lay low, you know, wouldn't leave the house very often because he was like, look, if I get pulled over for a traffic violation, I'm going to jail forever. So I'm going to take this as, as seriously as possible. And ultimately, he kept going back to New York, and then he got caught doing that. But, he was on America's Most Wanted and everything else like that. But the one thing he didn't do was stay in his damn neighborhood and wait for the cops to arrest him, like this guy.
Yeah, dumb as fuck.
Yeah, I simply don't get it, man.